In this 3-minute game review, we're looking at Age of Grit. So hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. Age of Grit is a turn-based RPG/strategy game with elements of resource management. You play as the captain of an airship, leading your crew, doing jobs and earning profit in a war-weary steampunk alternate version of the Wild West. The game's overall aesthetic quality may look dated, but it's clear that there was a lot of love and effort that went into the illustrations and cohesive steampunk art style. The sound effects are virtually non-existent, but it is somewhat made up for with subtle ambient sounds and a barely serviceable soundtrack. At its core, Age of Grit plays like a turn-based version of Sid Meier's Pirates and the more recent Highfleet. Although it is a pity that there is no manual piloting of your ship, there is a certain level of fun and strategy involved in the decision making. Players should try to outfit their ships with the best guns, wings, rudders and engines possible, as there is no way to flee from battle. It's win or die. The number of actions you can have in battle are determined by the amount of steam in your engine. You can stoke the coals in your engine to get more steam, but beware as too much steam could blow your ship up. Use steam to either fire one of your many guns and cannons, or execute special maneuvers and abilities to increase your accuracy, evasion or armor. Outside of combat, you can fly your ship from town to town, encountering bandits along the way who may try to either rob you or extort a toll. Choose to either pay or fight. Towns are where you pick up jobs like bounties or maybe even a simple delivery. Sometimes, certain towns would sell commodities at a lower price, while other towns in need of those commodities would purchase them at a premium. So if you're savvy and lucky, you can make a fortune buying low and selling high. There are some frustrations though, in particular the difficulty balance, the unfriendly UI, and just an overall lack of options when it comes to player choices. Enemy encounters on the map happen way too often, and sometimes you may encounter a ship that is many levels above you, coupled with the lack of player choices like fleeing, negotiating, or just straight up reloading a previous save. A bout of bad luck is all it takes to break a playthrough. Not to mention, movement on the world map is mostly limited to specific locations. So you can't fly direct to another town, you have to fly through 3 other towns first. I didn't manage to get far, but from what I experienced in my short time, Age of Grit's story was only beginning to ramp up, and its characters were colourful and interesting. There is no voice acting though, and plenty of reading to do, just a heads up for players who dislike too much reading. At first, I was excited for the kind of gameplay direction that Age of Grit had, something that is rarely seen only in classics like Sid Meier's Pirates, Sea of Thieves, or even the more recent Highfleet. Unfortunately, great designs do not make up for bad execution. Thus, I would have to not recommend Age of Grit. Perhaps a sequel with better foundations and execution of ideas might be worth a second look. If you're craving for more turn-based RPGs or story-centric games, check out our other reviews. Otherwise, like and subscribe for more 3-minute game reviews.